I'm not going down to LA for Christmas, which is weird. I'm gonna be spending it with Stephanie's family, so I'm kind of like the adopted daughter. She was nice enough to invite me to stay with her family, and so we're gonna grub and we're gonna swap presents and do a bunch of Christmassy things. So I'm only going down to SoCal for New Year's because my family prioritizes New Year's over Christmas because like the Korean New Year is like basically a really big deal. So I'm just going down one time instead of going like instead of staying there for 2 weeks. Today I'm going eyeglasses shopping because my current glasses are totally ripped apart. They're glued in 3 separate places, and so I think I'm ready for a legit adult pair of prescription glasses. And so there's a bunch of awesome stores in the Mission, so hopefully I find something. So after I hung out with Stephanie, I went back to Oakland because I had to go to a Warriors game. This is the first basketball game I've ever been to, and it was a lot of fun. I was completely decked out in dubwear, as you can see, because what can I say? I really enjoy dressing up for any theme. Hi, Merry Christmas everyone! So I'm starting off with a clean and moisturized face and then using Tarte's Amazonian Clay Foundation because it's my absolute favorite. I'm going to use Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind Dark Circles. Not only do I like to use it under my eyes, I like to use it as a highlighter for my nose. I've noticed that after I blend, it does make kind of a slight difference. Next up, I'm gonna powder my face to seal in all the product. Also, powder is a really good way to stay matte and not oily. And since we're applying a lip color today, I'm going to use a moisturizing lip balm, so when I get to my lips, they should be ready to go. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm using one of my holy grail products, which is Anastasia's Brow Wiz. As you can see, I wasn't blessed in the eyebrow department, so I'm just gonna draw them in. I've been rocking the straight brow look this year, so I thought I might as well just end the year with my brows straight. Now that the other brow is complete, I'm going to use a spoolie on the other edge of the pen, and I'm just going to run it through my brows to make it look natural and blend it all in. Now for the last step, I'm going to use a tinted brow gel to have it match the color of my hair and to have the hairs stay in place. Moving on to my favorite part, the eye makeup. I'm going to prep my lids with the best primer in the world, and I'm going to dab and blend a small amount all around my lids. My eyeshadow needs a base, so I'm going to use NYX's Yogurt for the inner third of my eyes. You can pretty much use any cream eyeshadow stick that's in a light color. This is just going to make your shadows come off more vibrant and have it last longer. For my Naked 2 palette, I'm grabbing Boutical, which is a slightly shimmery cream color, and then I'm going to apply it only to the corner of my eyes. Then going into my Urban Decay Vice palette, I'm taking Shell Shock and applying it to my inner thirds of my eyelids. And Shell Shock is just a very rich silver color, which I thought was going to be perfect for the holidays. Next, using any dark brown matte eyeshadow, start creating a wide cat eye. It's not crucial that it's perfect because you're gonna spend the rest of your time blending it out. Regardless, try your best to make it as symmetrical as you can and blend and blend and blend until you're satisfied with it. To intensify the eyes, I'm using Poison and applying it to the outer thirds of my eyes. This one is kind of a blackish greenish color, and I thought it was going to be the perfect one to use it to smoke it out. I actually used 2 liquid liners. First, I used Stila's eyeliner to draw the gist of the wing. The felt tip works really well for a couple of weeks, and then it just kind of dries out so you can't make a clear and precise line. And that is where the Urban Decay liner kicks in. I use this to really define the wing and make it more dramatic and clean. The problem with this is that the brush is so thin that it takes me forever to draw a thick line. So that's why I just use both in combination. Here's the part you've been waiting for, the glitter! You can use a silver glitter eyeliner and apply it to the silver portion of your eye. You can add as little or as much as you'd like. I love using a liquid liner instead of a powder because there's no mess or fallout. I promise that this eyeliner is more sparkly in real life. The camera isn't really doing it justice, which really bums me out. Now it's time for lashes. I've been using Lancome's eyelash primer to really get the length I want for my lashes. I usually add around 2 to 3 coats with this, but the key is that you have to let it dry. So while we wait for the product to dry and finish, I'm just gonna start contouring my face with NYX's Sunny. Then I'm going to add my favorite blush to add a flush of color to my cheeks. Now that the primer is dry, I'm going to use Maybelline's Falsies mascara in the waterproof formula. I'm going to apply that all over my lashes and the bottom ones too. Then taking a brown eyeliner pencil, you're going to just connect the wing to the bottom portion of your eye. But you're not going to want to go too far, just maybe 25%, like 1/4 of your eye. For that glowy and glam look, it is essential that you highlight your face. I'm using Benefit's What's Up, and I'm going to apply it to the bridge of my nose as well as my cheekbones, and I'm just going to blend it in all with my fingers. So you can totally rock a nude lip with this eye look, but I'm going to take it to the next level with a dark and vampy lip. Take the darkest red lip liner and line your lips. This step is really important because if you don't line them, the product is just going to feather out, and you don't want that. And as you can see, my darkest red lip liner is Port Side, which isn't that dark at all. But whatever, I didn't have time to go out and buy a really dark lip liner. But it doesn't really matter because I'm just going to apply OCC's Black Dahlia Lip Tar all over it. This is probably the most intense step ever because applying this product is so difficult. You really need a steady hand and it takes a lot of patience. But the end result is totally worth it. So the makeup is finished and we're gonna move on to hair. This is my day 2 hair, so it's voluminous and kind of gritty, and I'm going to freshen it up by using my favorite thickening dry shampoo. Just section off pieces of your hair and spray the dry shampoo as far away as you can. And after you've sprayed all the little sections, you're just going to rub in the product throughout your scalp. And that's gonna give the volume that you want. Now that we're finished and it's feeling clean, you're gonna wanna section off your hair, and we're gonna use a curling wand to really frame some pieces. And for this part, because I have short hair, it really doesn't matter how perfect these curls are because this is simply just to help with the texture. You can just curl random sections of it, and after you're finished, you can just spray it with some hairspray to keep it locked in place. Now moving on to the next section of your hair, you're just gonna want to curl it the same way you did it as the first section. It's pretty much the same thing. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. You just grab a piece of hair and curl it, and you just move on. The last section is where it kind of matters, because this is where you're gonna make that awesome flip with your hair. Just make sure you curl the hair away from your face, so that way it frames it beautifully. Then you can curl other parts of your hair that you think need fixing. Now that you're done, you're gonna grab the curls and even break some apart and just kind of fix it until you start liking the way it looks. Then get out of your PJs and wear something super glam and sparkly. I think this look is perfect for New Year's or just a night out on the town. It's vampy, it's sexy, and very inviting, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have an Instagram or a Twitter account, you can follow me at I'mJennim, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!